There are three types of equations where we will show you how to find each of the items in the rows using special formulas. In all those three equations, what you can do to find the y-intercept is to plug in 0 for x. To find the x-intercept, you can either try factoring it or using the quadratic formula for the first equation. On the second equation, you can simply plug in the inverse of the number. As you can see, r is a negative number, but for the x-intercept, you have to change it to a positive number. The last one you can simply solve without expanding. To find the line of symmetry for the first equation, you have to do the first part of the quadratic formula, which would be negative b divided by 2a. On the second equation, you need to add up r1 and r2 divided by 2, and that will be your line of symmetry. In the last equation, your line of symmetry will be the inverse of h. To find the coordinate of the vertex in the first equation and also in the second, you can simply get the line of symmetry and plug it in the original equation. In the last equation, your the coordinates of vertex will be the inverse of h and k. To find the steepness of your equation, you have to see if a equals 1. If it equals 1, you will follow each step from the vertex by 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. If a does not equal 1, if it equals 2, for example, you'll have to multiply 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on by 2, which would become 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18. Here in this equation, so you can find the x-intercept, you have to do these steps which are which is solving without expanding. In the end, you will come up with one single equation, which is x equals 2 plus or minus 3. With this equation, you will come up with two possible answers, which will be 5 and negative 1. Here, to find the y-intercept, you have to plug in 0 for x, which in the end, you will have an answer of negative 5. Your line of symmetry in this equation will be the inverse of h, which in this case will be 2. The coordinate of the vertex in all equations will end up being the line of symmetry, and in this case will be the line of symmetry and k, which is negative 9. And your final answer will be 2, negative 9. To find the steepness of this equation, as you can see, a equals 1, and so you will follow the pattern of 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. To find your x-intercepts, all you have to do is plug in the opposite of r1 and r2 into your x-coordinate. To find the y-intercept, you have to plug in 0 for x. In this example, this will be the same as negative 1 times 3, with the result of negative 3. To find a line of symmetry, all you have to do is add both x-intercepts and divide them by 2. To find the coordinate of the vertex, you have to plug in the result of line of symmetry in the initial equation. As your a in the equation is 1, the steepness will follow the rule of 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. In this equation, to find the x-intercept, you can try factoring or do the quadratic formula. Again, in this equation, to find the y-intercept, all you have to do is plug in 0 for x. To find the line of symmetry in this type of equation, you have to do the first part of the quadratic formula, that is negative b over 2a. Find the coordinate of the vertex, you have again to plug in the line of symmetry into your initial equation. As your a for this equation is 1, your steepness will follow the rule of 1, 3, 5, and so on.